Almost every character in Steins Gate is probably autistic. Take a look at this.
アイザック・ニュートンと同じく IQ170 に生まれついたこの俺。女よりも研究で。
どう見ても童貞です。本当にありがとうございました。
Okay, so this is funny for several reasons. One of them is that Isaac Newton died a virgin, so when he compares himself to Newton, it's fitting because this dude was like legendary levels of autistic. He never had a lover and probably had zero interest in women, or men for that matter. And even if he did, his brain was way too huge for any of them. I mean, this is the dude that literally just invented calculus on a dare. When his university closed for a pandemic, he went and discovered several different properties of light. Like, he was maybe literally, and I do mean literally, the smartest dude who ever lived, and he was also the world's hugest virgin. So this...
女よりも研究で。
どう見ても童貞です。本当にありがとうございました。
This is Okabe trying to one-up Kurisu with his knowledge of history, and Kurisu just takes it and fucking slam dunks him into the ground by calling him an autistic virgin. But let's not pretend Okabe is the only one with autistic traits. Actually, let's just back up a sec to make sure we're all on the same page. Think about what a very high-functioning autistic person looks like, and then see if this description fits any of the lab members. Extremely intelligent, socially awkward, very obsessive personality. Now, who does this remind you of? Wait a second. Intelligent. Socially underdeveloped, obsessed. Oh dear God, this explains a lot. Welcome back, by the way, to my series analyzing in depth literally every single episode of Steins Gate. This is episode 18. So anyway, none of them have any idea what normal human conversation is supposed to look like. Wait, let me redo this. None of them have any idea what normal human conversation is supposed to look like. For one, this.
つーか、そんな本よりやっぱこっちじゃね？
それはエロゲの攻略本だろ。
いいじゃん。腕組んでおっぱい肘に当ててんのよ状態とかエロすぎっしょ。ちくしょう！リア充のバカー！
God, I fucking love this anime. So, when Okabe goes on a date with Ruka, what do they do? Okay, here's what a normal person would do.
もしもし。え、ライト？
ごめん、待たせちゃったかな。
全然。それよりスペースランドなんて中学の時以来。楽しみ。しかも今日はライトと二人っきりだし。
And here's what they do.
無理をして高級店に入る必要はありません。普段の自分の行きつけの店で十分です。
They pull out a book on dating and study it. What's wrong with this isn't just that they're reading a dating manual, although that's obviously hilarious. The problem is that this book is all shit to impress a girl you don't really know. Okabe is going on a date with someone who knows him extremely well, who's in love with him, and more importantly, has never ever been on a date before. This book isn't that at all. The problem here is that none of them understands the context this book exists in. When he keeps doing all the gentleman shit wrong, Ruka wouldn't know. She has no idea what the fuck he's supposed to be doing. Okabe is the one that's supposed to know here. That's why it's so awkward, because she doesn't even know what he's trying to do. Sure, he's a virgin, but he's older than her and she's, well, you know, Ruka. She doesn't know what a fucking date looks like. So why exactly is he doing this? Because Kurisu tells him to. Because she wants to go on a date with him. Why do you think she calls this Operation Valkyrie?
オペレーションバルキリア開始よ。
なぜ北欧神話なのだ？
Because Valkyrie are the lovers of mortals that guide the souls of the dead to Valhalla, and so Okabe training to date Kurisu on another world line makes her like... No, kidding, I have no idea what this is about. I'm just talking out of my ass here. If you can explain this, let me know. Really think about what's going on here though, because the joke is a lot subtler and deeper than you might realize. They're doing this because Kurisu wants him to learn how to date. But the problem here is that she doesn't know how to date, meaning she doesn't actually want any of these things. She just thinks she wants them because that's what the book says, because she wants to be all normie and hand-holdy, lovey-dovey, cutesy-wootsy. Stop! If the book told her that a good date involves going to a cockfighting match, she'd probably believe it. Why do you think she knows this?
はい、ハンカチもどうやって使うか分かってる？
今でもあなたのことを待っています。
それは幸せの黄色いやつ。その偏った知識はなんだ？
お前も知ってるではないか。
Because she's read like every book on romance, obviously. Is this romantic? Sure, why the fuck not? Finding a normal person and asking them though would involve admitting that she wants to be a normie, which apparently is just as embarrassing as admitting that she's a weirdo, so who knows what her deal is.
やはり書き込んでいたのはアットチャンネルか。今更隠したところで何の意味もない。
うつだ。
これからクリスティーナにはネラーの称号を正式に与える。
これ以上変な呼び名を付け出すな。っていうか内緒にしておいてよ。
I mean, think about it. Most of the characters in the show are women, but does she ask them? Does she ask Mayuri, hey, what kind of date would Uruka like? Does she ask Ferris, hey, no, wait, she wouldn't ask Ferris. But you know, she doesn't ask Mayuri, who is basically Uruka's best friend and also significantly less of a weeaboo. I mean, the joke is that Daru is the one whose knowledge of dating starts and ends at eroge, but who's the one that says...
っていうかそれ、フラグが立ったんじゃない？
フラグ？この戦いが終わったら結婚する。
それは死亡フラグだ。私が言ってるのは恋愛フラグよ。
Oh my god, you horny bitch. So what I really love about this episode is how it manages to take all the goofy shit that's been going on around Uruka and turn it into sincere emotional payoff. You know that whole thing about...
エルプサイコンガリ
コングルーだ。
すみません。
もう言ってください。じゃないと僕泣いちゃいそうで。エルプサイコンガリ
コンクルーだ。
エルプサイ。
How on earth did you make that serious? What about the Daga Otogoda thing?
だが男だ。なあ、ルカ子。
はい。
お前は俺のこと好きか？
尊敬してます。
だが男だ。
Why does this now make you want to cry? What the fuck? How did you do this? What did you do to me? This shouldn't be possible. Holy shit, this anime is so fucking good. Speaking of eroge though, here's something that may or may not be surprising. Steins Gate's main inspiration was an eroge called Yuno. Why can the time limit machine only go back 48 hours? Yeah, this is why. I've actually done a hilarious video on it, which you should go watch while you wait for the next week's episode, where we talk about Okabe's biggest character flaw. Surprisingly, it's actually not virginity. As always, thank you so much for your time, friends, and I will see you in the next video.